Hey guys, today we'll be doing a simple charging port replacement on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. You might not be able to see this, but the pins are all bent on the inside, so the charging issue is definitely caused by the charging port. We will be using a brand new port for this repair, as well as a brand new back glass. You can reinstall the old back glass, but mine has some scratches, so I want to put a new one on. Before removing the back glass, you need to know that the Note 9 has a ribbon cable right here on the left side coming from the fingerprint sensor that you need to watch out for. We will be using a heat gun to heat the adhesive that is all around the edge of the back glass. Before we begin, anytime you're working around glass, you want to have some hand and eye protection. Alrighty, let's get started. I'm using a heat gun with around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. As long as you're constantly moving it around, you will have no issues with overheating the phone. You need to keep heating all around the edges until the glass is too hot to touch with your bare hands. I like to use a razor blade to start on the separation. First, push the blade down all the way and then over under the glass. Then we will be using a plastic playing card for the rest of the separation. With some isopropyl alcohol, insert the card right next to the razor and slide the card around, breaking loose the adhesive. You want to try not to go deep with the playing card and take your time. Sometimes using a second card helps you so you can get it going from the other side. If you feel like you need to add some more heat, go ahead and do so. When you are ready to remove the glass, slowly separate it so you don't pull on the connector too hard and damage the cable. Now you need to remove the fingerprint sensor. Just heat around the sensor for a few seconds and then push it out. Once that is done, you will need to remove all the screws. All the screws are the same, so you don't need to worry about putting them back in the same place. I like this wireless electric screwdriver. It makes removing a bunch of screws like a breeze. If you're interested in one, I will put the link in the description. Now using a spudger to lift up the speaker as well as the wireless charging pad with the top bracket. First thing you want to do is unplug the battery before working with the board. Now you need to remove the 4 screws that is holding down the port. And then unplug the display connector and the port connector. You should now be able to just lift the port assembly out. With the port out, you may be able to see all the bent pins I was talking about. It's a good time to clean out the port opening on the housing with a Q-tip and some alcohol. Now let's install a new port. First, use a spudger or something like it to slightly lift up the board, giving you room to install the port assembly. Make sure it fits snug and lines up with the screws. Let's reinstall the screws and plug in all the connectors. Double check all the connectors, making sure they are firmly plugged in. Now reassemble the phone back together. After you install all the screws, you will need to clean the frame from the old adhesive. Okay, now like I said, you could reinstall the old back glass if yours is not damaged by removing the old adhesive and installing the new. I will be using a new one like this. Let's prepare the sensor by cleaning off any adhesive left on it. Install the fingerprint sensor and plug it in. Then remove all the plastic film on the back glass. Line the back cover by starting in the top corner, then the next, and then finish off with the back corners. As I've shown in my previous videos, I like to put the phone in a vacuum sealed Ziploc bag. It helps to apply firm pressure all around, allowing the adhesive to nicely adhere to the frame. After a few minutes, we can go ahead and test it to see if it charges. And there you go, it accepts the charge. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, see you in the next one.